I walk into the lounge to be confronted by an enormous picture of my face, staring out of the large television screen bolted to the wall. The photograph is a publicity shot that was taken for promoting the Travis Way, and I look impossibly thin, glamorous, and glossy. I am barely recognisable as that person now. Alison Travis's trial starts tomorrow, the crisp tones of the television newsreader announces. And if convicted of manslaughter, she faces a heavy sentence. Gina is sitting in the corner with the remote control in her hand, and when she sees me, she presses a button, and the voice is cut off. My face is replaced by a Peppa Pig cartoon, and I no longer have to endure looking at myself. There's an unspoken rule in here that we don't watch any news reports about ourselves. It's all far too ghastly and depressing, and it's not as if we need reminding of the events that put us here. I flump down onto the chair next to Gina, and an unattractive whoosh of air escapes the plastic cushion as my jogger-clad backside hits the seat. "Not long now, Al," Gina says, looking at me with a sympathetic smile on her face. I smile back, but it is forced, and more of a grimace than an expression of joy. When I first arrived here, I was afraid of Gina, or Big Gina, as she's known. Very afraid. She's called Big Gina for a reason. 6 feet tall with spiky peroxide blonde hair and a build like an all-in wrestler with a stare that can weaken knees. Not surprisingly, when Gina's been on the straight and narrow, she's done several stints as a nightclub bouncer. Who would have thought that a 50-something serial shoplifter, enforcer and fraudster would become my friend? "Got your outfit sorted?" Gina asks. "I have," I say. "Doris bought it in for me yesterday. I'm going to be wearing a dark blue trouser suit with a white blouse. Very respectable looking but not flashy, just as my brief advised." Gina nods approvingly and pats my arm. "That's my girl." Trial outfits are a big topic of conversation in here. Aside from watching television and reading a selection of grubby prison library books, there's not much else to do. There's the gym, but it's so popular and oversubscribed that it's best avoided unless you want to fight for a session in there. And I mean fight as in physically fight with a muscle-bound inmate. Definitely not worth the trouble for an hour's session in a poorly equipped, smelly gym. We delude ourselves that what we wear to our trials will make a difference. That if we appear modest and respectable, the judge and jury will go easy on us and find us not guilty or at the very least give us a light sentence. If it wasn't so pathetic, it would be laughable. I didn't have any clothes that would still fit me, so Doris had to buy new, although even if my old clothes had fitted, I wouldn't have worn them. Turning up for my trial in a designer outfit would, I think, not go well. I told Doris not to spend very much because I shall never wear the suit again, whether I'm found guilty or innocent. From the label in the jacket, I could see that it came from what used to be Doris's favourite shop, Primark. And it's a size 18. Nowhere near the biggest I've been, but I'm getting there. "You'll be all right, Al. Being famous and everything, even if you're found guilty, you'll get off with a lighter sentence. There's not many in here famous enough to make the news on the telly," Gina says, as if it's something to be proud of.